Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the latest recommendation made by a parliamentary standing committee in terms of social security number. Now, social security number or SSN has been a very popular term in United States. India has similar kind of a thing in terms of Aadhaar, not quite similar though as well. There has been many discrepancies and many differences between SSN and Aadhaar, but still the kind of equivalent of SSN in India has been Aadhaar. But the recent report by parliamentary standing committees talks about that how even the Aadhaar is not suitable for certain cases. So first of all, in this video we will discuss what exactly are parliamentary committees. So if you see in the parliament system, like India forms a legislature, we have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in terms of legislature, and most of the law making process happens there. So in that terms, what exactly are your parliamentary standing committees or parliamentary committees in general? So let's try to see what they are. So what is parliamentary committees? So they are established specifically to study and deal with various matters which cannot be directly handled by the legislature. So because we all know that Indian legislature sits for a period of days only, they cannot be in business throughout the year, and again the kind of representation the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha has does not belong to the experts per se, but the people who choose who have got chosen by the localities from there. So the representation of MPs there does not equally means that they are the experts in the field. So we need particular experts and the experts opinion as well as non-political debates to be conducted, and that platform is provided by your parliamentary standing committees. So parliamentary standing committees are something which provide a platform for deliberation and more extended expert work in terms of lawmaking in the legislature. How they are ruled? So they are governed by the Article 118. So 118 Article Clause 1 actually regulates the working of parliamentary committees of both houses, Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha. So that is one thing for you to remember. Now there are also two kinds of parliamentary committees. One is your ad hoc committee, other one is a standing committee. So what is ad hoc committee? As the name suggests, it's like for very specific purpose and totally on the discretion of the ministry or the prime minister. Ad hoc committees would be set up and they would dissolve once those things that they have been assigned to has completed. On the other hand, standing committees are more regular. So these are the committees which actually serve as the backend for all the kind of study and expertise that is required to complete a lawmaking process. Now, any bill which is on the floor of the house could be recommended to the standing committee either by the minister itself, like before even flooring that bill at the floor of the house, they could actually ask for the opinion of the standing committee. After they have given the bill on the floor of the house, it could be again suggested to the standing committee. Also, the opposition parties in the parliament could also push for the second view from parliamentary standing committees. So these standing committees provide the opportunity for opposition to make the government of the day responsible towards the parliament. So these standing committees are very important to make the government of the day responsible towards the parliament. So these are the basic things on which your parliamentary standing committee works. Now let's move forward and see what exactly the recommendation has been given by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Labour. So recently we have seen in the news that Parliamentary Standing Committee on Labour has come up with some recommendation. The major recommendation they have made is to introduce something called as social security number. For whom? For the migrant worker, especially those who are in unorganized sector. So they have made sure that they have recommended that we should go ahead of Aadhaar. It is not if sufficient to go ahead and identify the people in need. We should have something called as social security number for your migrant laborers. especially those which are not under the purviews of labor laws. Now, why this recommendation has come up? Because if you have been following news or if you have seen anything during the time of pandemic, we have seen the heart-wrenching situation, like how many thousands lakhs of migrant workers have started marching towards their house even on foot. So this kind of situation should not have happened, but now that we know that this kind of problem exists, Ministry of Labor has asked for suggestion from Parliamentary Standing Committee, and they have given that social security number is one of the way by which we could identify. So they said that such kind of number will actually help to avoid situation like the one during the extended lockdown. So what we have seen today could be avoided if we have something called as social security number. So what panel has suggested that both state of origin and state where the worker has migrated to should have a record. So instead of like only one place, both the from where the native state of the migrant as well as to the state he is presently working on or migrated to. Both of these states should have a record so that the migrants worker could be easily identified. Now the government also pointed out, like the standing committee also pointed out, that there was a social security code bill presented in 2019, and this particular bill talks about a fund which could be used for the social security of laborers. So they have also mentioned about the setting up of fund, because at the end of the day funds are essential to provide any kind of benefit to the people who are in need. So these are the certain recommendation made by the Parliamentary Standing Committee. Now let's also try to understand what social security in itself means. So social security is something by which any government system provides monetary assistance to people with an inadequate or no income. So you might have heard about the universal basic income. In the 2017 economic survey, the chief economic advisor has suggested about that what kind of things India should have when they go for the universal basic income. So UBI also comes part of the social security. Then India has other schemes through which it provides social security under the National Assistance Scheme, by which they provide certain assistance to the elderly, to the widows, as well as we have National Food Security Bill. So all these things are part and parcel of your social securities. Now these social security, the kind of services that government provides under this, also known as the social services. So these are some of the things that you have to know about the recommendation of the Parliamentary Labour Standing Committee, and also what you have to know about social service. So after this video, what you have to do, you have to check about your National Assistance Scheme, what that is, what are its features, what all it covers, and also talk about National Food Security Act. What does it entail? Who are the beneficiaries over there? Try to check this out. Also try to see the cases for on Aadhaar. So what the Supreme Court has talked about the Aadhaar in terms of data privacy, and what kind of concern if we go ahead and have a social security number, what kind of security, like the privacy concern, this particular code bill has. So I hope you have understood what all this means, and like this video, comment. Thank you.